Some people have gotten back to us about our questionnaire and mentioned that one of the questions they would like to ask is how to be sure they're voting for the right person. Well, folks, that's an interesting question, and we need to evaluate, in this case, the qualities of a human being in terms of improving human behavior. A person needs to be well engaged in public matters. This person needs to evaluate, for example, aspects like their attitude, their thinking, and their words. The three indicators are really important for us to decide whether a person is voting for the right candidate or for someone who will perform their public role well. The relationship of attitude is in the improvement of human behavior. So, a person is well characterized in terms of a culture of commitment. For example, let's look at affection. The person shows themselves, exposes themselves, presents themselves. This is very important in the public sphere. We also need to always have an open spirit. Transparency. A person has to like themselves, just like empathy. I've already mentioned affection, transparency, an open spirit, always speaking the truth, folks. This transparency is very important. In terms of thinking, people need to show themselves to be trustworthy. They need to have honesty, sincerity, and present themselves with exemplary personal conduct. In the case of words, it relates to knowledge. People need to have knowledge about the subject, and if a person doesn't know about their neighborhood's priorities, administrative failures, demands, they are not engaged in public affairs. And if they're not engaged in public matters, we can't cast our vote with quality for that person. So take a look at each person's profile. A candidate looking well made up and polished doesn't mean anything to the person. We need to have feedback in terms like of results. This person showed themselves at some point. They questioned a resident about a need, and then they followed up, even without having an answer to the resident's priority. They have to show that they cared and didn't forget, because a good politician or political candidate doesn't hide. They show themselves, present themselves, and make themselves available for any situation. So, if you're going to vote for a candidate, look for these characteristics that are really important for you to make a quality decision with your vote. So are we going to do this, guys?